In this video, we're going to be doing some math so that we can calculate how many zombies we need to spawn this round. So what I went ahead and did real quick was I set the zombies health and zombie base.cpp to 10 just so that they're one-shot kills to make it easy. And now we can begin. So this works differently based off of how many people are in the match with you. So obviously if there's more than one player, there's going to be more zombies both on the map and in total. So for example, rounds also 1 through 5 are going to be different than rounds greater than 5. And what I mean by that is rounds 1 through 5, we multiply it a little bit differently. So rounds 1 through 5, we take the round number. So let's start with round 1, multiply that by 0.2, then we multiply that by the amount of zombies on the map. So in this case, for Black Ops, it would be 6, which gives us 30. World at War is 4, so it's a little bit different, but I think I'm going to stick with this Black Ops spawning. Just says it's a little bit greater, but not by a whole lot. So for example, World of Wars, the way we could do that is 1 times 0.2 times 24, and then we round that down using floor, and that would give us 4, because World of War, round 1 you got 4 zombies, round 2 you got 9 zombies, and round 3 I think it's 14. And it just kind of keeps going like that. So for example, round 4 would be round 4 times 0.2 times 24. That would give us 19 zombies. And then once we hit round 5, we do 5 times 0.2 times 24. And we're at the max of 24, which is the max amount of zombies to be on the map at one time, at least in World at War. For Black Ops, it is 30 for one player. So to go with the Black Ops spawning, we're going to take the round number, well, the same kind of way. So we need to figure out what round we're on, if we're on rounds 1 through 5 or not. So let's do that check. So calculate zombie count. We're going to get the round number. So if round number is, let's just obviously do greater than 0, and round number is less than or equal to 5. So uv log temp, warning, text, rounds 1 through 5. And then we're going to wrap it, I'll place on an else. So rounds 1 through 5 is going to be the, I want to bring it up in Notepad. Okay, so rounds 1 through 5. So first thing we need to do is we need to get the max zombies. So to do that, we need to get the maximum amount of players. So I'm going to do a uint8 and do it player count equals zombie game state player array dot num. So we get the player array is pretty much an array of players, well, array of player states. So anybody that joins, their player state gets added to the player array. As you can see, it is a T array of a player state. Array of all the player states maintained on both server and clients. Player states are always relevant. So that way we can dictate how many players there are. So now we have that. What we're going to do is we're going to get the max zombies per round. So uint, see, there shouldn't be, or not per round, I mean per, what's it called? Max zombies on a map at one time. So we're going to do a uint8 since we're not going to be using nearly 255. We're going to be limiting ourselves to either 24 or 30. I don't know if I'm going to go the Black Ops or the World of War route yet, even though I said Black Ops a minute ago. So we have uint8. We're going to call this one max zombies on map at once. Great name. And that is 24 plus the player count times 6. Very simple. So I want to print this out. player count, and player count. So now that we have the max zombies on map at once, this is actually something that should really be calculated outside, like so. We get rid of that, so that way we can use it in our else as well. And I guess I can go ahead and print out that log up here as well. So we have our max zombies on map at once. So now we need to figure out how many to spawn. So I'm going to do uint. Oh, let's see, this would be 16. Should cover the range. That goes up to 65,000. And what's it called? There was a calculator here. I just want to go to like some really high round and kind of see roughly what it would be. Number of players, let's do 4. Round, let's do 500. So 500 rounds would be 135,000. So that is bigger than a uint 8. So uint 16 obviously should go to that necessary size. Oh, no, that's 16 or 65,000, sorry. So 32, that's what we're gonna end up going with, and that definitely covers the size. So we're gonna do a uint 32 and call it zombies or total round zombies. We actually have a variable for this, don't we? Yeah, zombies remaining. But what I want to do is take this variable, put in our max zombies on map at once, and set it equal to 4 by default. And then set zombies remaining equals total round zombies. Speaking of which, why the heck am I doing that? I can just remove that, and do zombies remaining equals, sorry, being stupid. So now we need to figure out how many zombies we need per round. So we take the round number. So for example, we're going to do zombie, or sorry, we already have it set, round number. Multiply that by 0.2. Then we take that value and we multiply it by max zombies on max or on map at once, like so. Now, this is going to return a float that is going to round itself up or down to match. And we don't necessarily want that because, yeah, I'm going to go with the war spawning. So we take round 1, multiply that by 0.2, then multiply that by, wait, no, that would be 30. So that would be following the Black Ops. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Black Ops then. That's just going to be a lot simpler. So round 2 would be 2 times 0.2 times 30, 12. Let's see if that matches up. Bring up that calculator again. So round 2 and Black Ops 4. So zombies on round 2. Let's see here. Getting the formula wrong there. Oh, something seems kind of backwards for me there. So let's just say screw it. I'm going to set this up to go with World at War. I know I keep going back and forth a lot, but sorry. So I'm going to make a uint 8. Actually, what I'm going to do is if player count is greater than 1, I want to set max zombies on map at once to be equal to 0, or sorry, just be 24 by default. If player count is greater than 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take max zombies on map at once plus equals player count times 6. So I'm gonna have to do some little bit of adding in my head after this to make sure I'm actually getting this right, then remove that line. So this should make it so it's war to war. So with one player, we're going to take round number, so round 1 times it by 0.2. Then we're going to times that by max zombies on map at once. So with one player, that is 24. That leaves us with 4.8. We round that down, we get 4. Go to the calculator, set to war at war. Round 1, 4 zombies. Round 2, 9 zombies. So round 2 times 0.2 times 24. That gives us 9.6. Round it down, we get it. Let's go up to round 4. Pretty sure I already checked this, but 4 times 0.2 times 24 gives us 19.2. Round that down, we get 19, so it matches. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. So that is round number times 0.2 times the max zombies. So that should give us the correct amount. So I'm going to print that out. Like so, and hope it's correct. So let's print out a log and test it. Actually, we need to round this down. I forgot about that. So the way to round this down is we use floor. So f math floor to int. And that will round it down for us. What type is this? uint16. Okay. We need to change zombies remaining to a uint32 to go for the crazy amount of zombies that are spawning. See, I need to add a opening parenthesis, and now you should be good. Okay, now we can compile. "12 minutes. All right, let's give it a test, and we should see 4 on the initial print. Zombies remaining, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we wait 5 seconds. 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5. Zombies remaining, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now we wait. So zombies remaining, 14. And then the next one should be 19, and we are good to go. I feel like I should probably consider increasing the spawn rate, at least for testing. One and 0. That should be 19. Yep, zombies remaining, 19. So the rounds 1 through 5 are working accordingly, or 1 through 4 are working accordingly. And when we hit round 5, that's going to lock it at 24. So round 5 times 0.2 times 24 gives us 24. So round 6 times 0.15 times the amount of players, 24. That is not quite right. Does it go through 0.2 as well? 6 times 0.2 times 24 gives us 28. Then we go to round 7 times 0.15 times 24. That's where it confuses me a bit. Because I'm not quite sure on how this sets itself up. Because it shows it kind of here for Black Ops, but even then it's not super clear. But we're just going to stick with it. So it's going to have a different amount afterwards. So I'm going to take this zombies remaining, paste it in here. And this is going to be round number times 0.15, and then the max zombies on the map at once. So then I can compile. Actually, I want to increase the spawn rate from 2 seconds to 0. And let's just do 1 second for testing. And then I'm going to test with 2 clients, which should give us 6 zombies on the start, I hope. I really hope. 1 times 0.2 times 36. Okay. So we should have 6, then we should have 12, and so on. So number of players 2, play in the pie, separate windows. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm wondering if it's getting the player states correctly. Zombies remaining, 14. All right, so I screwed up somewhere. But you know, it's close, and at the moment, it will work. So now we have 21, and it's just going to keep going up. So yeah, it's close enough. I'm just going to leave it for now. I will obviously test and try to adjust this accordingly. I feel like I'm just being stupid here. But anyways, we now have zombies that have the spawn rate change based off of the round that they are on. So, well, not the spawn rate, the spawn amount based on the round that they're on. So, now that that is over, I will see you in the next one.